Okay, my dear lovely people, I want us to talk about this topic. Um, so I stumbled on this the other day. Somebody asked me, "What are you going to do if your family abuse your spouse, or what is going to be a reaction if your in-laws abuse you to your spouse?" So this is a two-way question, and please, I will give my opinion. People, please drop your comments in the comment section about this topic. I think, first of all, a marriage is a union between two people. A marriage is a union between two families. So two people are coming together, two families are coming together. Like my mom says, or my mom told me when I was getting married, she said, I did not marry you over to a family. I traded a daughter for a son. So that family is having a daughter and I am having a son. I don't know if people understand me. So my mom did not look at it as, okay, this is a marriage. She looks at, she has just gained a child from another family and she has given her child over. So she does not want to put limitations on the statement in-laws. And I got that from my mom. I told my mother-in-law, I don't look at you like my mother-in-law. I look at you like my mother. And I wish, or I hope you look at me as your daughter, or you accept me as your daughter. I told my mother-in-law, I accept you like my mother. So the things I want to do for you are the things I'm going to be doing to my mom, or the things I do for my mom. Because if we don't accept each other like that, we are going to have those limitations. And now this is where abuse is going to come in. Because in a marriage, for the in-laws or your in-laws to have the audacity to abuse you, maybe give you a slap, as per the question that was coming in, the mother-in-law gave the daughter-in-law a slap, or the sisters to that man came into the house and got the sister beaten up because she spoke back to the mother-in-law. They got her beaten up. So my question is, you, that sister that you're beating up another lady in her husband's house, if the same thing is done to you in your husband's house, are you going to be happy? You, that mother-in-law that you're beating another woman's child, if you hear that your child is being beaten up in another man's house, are you going to be happy that that is being done to your child? Because people do a lot of things, they don't think about the consequences. People do a lot of things, even the kind of things you tell somebody's child because they are married to your child. I don't think it's called for. I want people to understand that we are all humans. Because I choose to share my life with another human being or with your son does not mean that I have made myself available for abuse. I've made myself available to be tortured. I have a family I'm coming from. Your son, like you, is your family. If you expect me to respect you or to respect your son or respect your family, you give that same respect to me. Because my family might not be treating your son the way you are treating me as a daughter, or treating your other children the way they want to treat me. So my take on this is, as a mother-in-law, as a wife, or as a son, there are two things that needs to happen between the couples who are getting married, the man and the woman. First of all, make your family to understand your marriage is out of bounds. You need to set those boundaries for them to know and take your marriage serious. Because this is what we do, or we don't set these boundaries in marriages and it gets out of hand. When you put the boundaries in your marriage, your sisters, your mom, your family understands that when it comes to my house, my marriages, I handle the problems in my marriages. Even if it's a problem that happens between you and my wife, wait for me to come back and then I deal with it. Make your wife set the boundary also with your wife to understand, or your husband to understand, that problems between the family I'm starting as a man and my family, I will handle them. When anything, if my mother or my siblings do anything, call me and report it to me. I will handle it. I will know how to talk to them. For the same thing for the woman, make that boundary with your family. Because there are women that their families disrespect their husbands, talk to their husbands anyway, anyhow, because maybe that man is not where to do. That man does not have the standard of money that they expect. Or that woman is not the standard of education that they are wanting. They want the needs that we that we expectations that we have for family, it's none of anybody's business. When you have chosen someone to settle down with, to get married to, know that all of those expectations get out of the window. You can start building new ones in that marriage. So if I have a problem with, if my husband, for example, have a problem with my mother or with my sister, it's my place to address those problems. I listen from my husband, then I address the problems with my family because I know my family better. I know how to talk to my mom. That is not going to sound like I'm disrespecting my mom. My husband does not grow with my mother, even though she's getting married into that family. She does not know my mother's weak points. She does not know my sister's weak points or my father's weak points. But I, being the daughter, I know their weak point. I know where to trigger them and I know how to calm them down. That is why I say, let me handle the problem. So, as my husband, you have an issue with my family, bring it to me. I will know how to handle it. That is not going to cause a rift between my mom or my father and you. And I expect you to do the same thing when I have a problem with your family. They bring it to you as my husband, as my spouse, because you know what triggers your mom. You know how to handle your mom. You know how to handle your sisters. You can stand and hit your hand on the table and say, stop. It's going to stop right there. And they will listen to you. But if I do the same, they're not going to listen. They're going to look at you like, who are you? So in order for your wife, in order for your husband to be respected in your family, don't create situations where they get disrespected. And if those situations arise, handle them and reiterate to them that this is your spouse and you need your family to respect your choice of a partner. You need your family to honor your choice of a partner. Because a lot of us out here, a lot of mothers out here want to pick a wife for their sons, want to pick a husband for their daughters. But know that these children or the children you've given birth to have grown up enough to feel that they can make these choices for themselves. And when they make those choices, the only thing they're expecting from you as a mother or a father is to respect these partners. So what you don't want to be done to your child, don't do to another person's child. Don't abuse another person's child because you did not give birth to that child, or it's not the choice of woman or man you wanted for your child. No, it is not your choice. Stay away from that person. Stay away from the person's choice. So don't gang up the whole family to go and abuse a woman or a man in their matrimonial home. I am no for that. Let their partners call their attention. Let their partners be the one to caution them, be the one to talk to them, be the one to, shout at them. Because even as a husband, you have no right to lay your hands on your wife. Or as a wife, you have no right to lay your hands on your husband. That is abuse. That's marital abuse. But now, external families come and do that. Where is that done? So, my dear people, let's start being civilized. Let's start being mature. Let's start treating each other as people who have feelings. Because your son or your daughter got married to a man who is not up to their level does not make it a reason for you to abuse them. It is their choice. Deal with it. It is their decision. Deal with it. They are seeing what you are not seeing. They know what they went for. They know why they settled with that person. If you cannot see that reason, okay, fine. But don't abuse them. Because if that is done to your child by another man or another family, you will not be happy. Even the Bible says, do to others what you want them to do to you. Do to another child what you want to be done to your child. Treat another child the way you want your child to be treated in their own matrimonial home. Yes. So, dear parents, dear sister-in-laws and brother-in-laws, dear family members, this is a cry for cautioning your actions before making them. Thank you. If this is the kind of content you like, please do subscribe to my channel. So when next I drop a video, you will be the first to know. Stay blessed.